Hello everyone, I'm teacher Nada and today is our lesson for primary 6. Guys, do you remember living organisms? Yes, animals, plants, humans, all of these are living organisms. If I ask you guys, yes, what what does what does or what do our bodies consist of? What do our bodies consist of؟ يعني بتتكون من ايه؟ For example, if you want to eat like this, yes, what do you use to eat? Okay, teach your mouth. Okay, do you mean digestive system? Yes, of course. If you want to breathe, which system you will use? Respiratory system. Yes. So our body or body of living organism consists of a group of systems, right? طيب. Each system, guys, consists of, for example, digestive system. Do you know my digestive system? You use your mouth, right? Esophagus, huh? Stomach, for example, intestine. What are these guys? Your mouth is an organ. عضو. Your hand is an organ. Your nose is an organ. So each system is consisting of organs. Okay. So body, then systems, then organs. طيب. So what after organs, guys? ايه اللي after organs? If you hurt yourself، عارفين يعني ايه hurt؟ عورت نفسك. And you look at your skin وبصيت على الحتة المقشوطة في جسمك دي اللي هيبقى لونها بينك وفيها blood. What you will see, guys؟ هتشوف حاجة كده مخططة وعاملة خطوط اسمها ايه؟ tissue. So الorgans consist of tissues. طيب okay, do you know it is still, yes, it is still a smallest one. لسه في حاجة أصغر من السيل. في حاجة very tiny يعني very small or a tiny. هي البيلدينج يونت بتاعت البودي. اسمها ايه؟ Yes, cells. So your body is consist of systems like digestive, circulatory, respiratory, then organs like mouth, esophagus, stomach, nose, pharynx, then tissue, then the smallest part is the cell. Okay, let's have a look. So this is a cell, guys. So the cell is the main building unit of living organism's body that can carry out all its own vital activities. يعني ايه vital activities؟ الأنشطة. السيل for example اللي في الدايجستيف do الدايجيشن process، عملية الهضم. السيل اللي في الريسبيراتوري do الريسبريشن process، التنفس. يبقى لو سألتك if I ask you my students what is the main building unit of the living organisms, okay, your answer will be the cell. And guys, I have told you now that the cell is big or small or very, very small and tiny. Tiny, they are tiny particles. Okay? They are tiny particles. And they cannot seen by my naked eyes. يبقى ما هي tiny مش هقدر اشوفها بعيني. Naked eyes. So how can I see it? Yes, good job primary 6. I can see it by microscopes. Yes. Have you ever seen a microscope before? Have you ever entered your lab at school? Okay, you will see microscopes at school this year. Okay? So So if I ask you, microscope are used to see the structure of cell? Of course it's true. Living organisms and living and non-living organisms are made up of cells? No. Living organisms are only made up of cells. الكائنات الحية هي بس اللي only made up of cells. So guys, a cell, it can represent like, you can imagine like, do you want, if I want to build a house, I use what? Bricks, tube. الbrick, one brick, it will be the unit of wall. هي brick على brick على brick على brick, I will build the wall. So, which is the, so what is the unit? The unit of the body? Yes, the cell. The cell is the small unit of body. Okay? طيب, do living organisms, guys, consist of one cell or more? What do you think? Of course, more. We have trillions of cells. Okay, they are made up of one cell or more than one cell. Okay? طيب, I told you before, the cell is tiny. So what is the length, guys, of the cell? The common length of cell of animal and plant cell between 0.1 millimeter and 0.005 millimeter. Yes, it's very small. It's tiny. It's really tiny. صغيرة جدا. I can't see it by my naked eyes. صغيرة 0.1 مش محصلة 1. These numbers below 1. أقل من 1. 0.1 and 0.000. So what should I need to see them? Microscope. I need microscope to see them. Okay? So all cells, teacher, are tiny and I can't see? No. There is an exception. Do you know what is the exception? The cell of unfertilized bird egg. The cell of unfertilized bird's egg. You can see this is a big one. This is a big one. So you can see it with your naked eyes without using a microscope. Okay, so this is an exception. Type, all living organisms body consists of more than one cell? No, there is also another exception. Bacteria is only the living organisms that consist of one cell. It's called the unicellular. Do you see? It's only one cell. Guys, in the period of pandemic corona, guys, any of you, did you see the coronavirus? Yes, no, it's a very tiny. So the cell is tiny, and some living organisms consists of only one cells like bacteria, and you will see some other kinds later, inshallah. So if I ask you, most of living organism cell can be seen without using a microscope? Of course, no. Most of them I can see it without microscope. The cell is a building unit of living organism's body? Of course, true. Okay? Okay. So, guys, if I tell you this is an animal cell, a cell of an animal, and this is a plant cell, and now we agree that in a cell, the building unit of all living organisms, animal, plant, human. So, if I ask you to tell me what is the difference between these pictures, I pause for seconds to try to think, try to notice and tell me. Yes, yes, awesome. Yes, this is the cell wall. Do you hear this green line? Yes, it is here in the plant cell and it isn't found in the animal cell. So plant cell has a cell wall. Animal cell doesn't have a cell wall. Okay? طيب. Some cell has something in the center of the cell. In the center is called nucleus. Repeat after me. Nucleus. Yes, nucleus. Bravo, excellent. An animal cell doesn't have a nucleus. Okay. All our teacher Nada, all our body cells are the same or similar in shape? No, guys. They are not identical. They are not the same. However, they are different. For example, this is the human muscle cell. عارفين اللي بيروح يعمل عضلات؟ يعمل الترايسبس في ايده ومش عارف ايه والسمانة. Yes, muscle cell. This is the shape of muscle cell. And this is the shape of your bone cell. So your body cells are not identical. Okay? Let's move on. Okay. Yes, and this is some kinds of blood cells, دم, muscle cell, nerve cell, الأعصاب. So all the cells are not identical or are not the same. Okay? Okay. There is another question and it is a tricky question, guys. Focus and tell me. Guys, if I am an adult and you are a children. What do you guess? Do you guess that the number of the cell in our body is like the number of the number of cell in your body? I push seconds. Think and tell me. No, of course, teacher. Yes. Yes, it is a good question. When living organisms grow and reproduce, يعني reproduce, have babies, تتكاثر, the number of the cell increases. Yes. So when your baby, the number for cell, for example, is 2 million. When you become a child, the number of cell becomes 3 millions. When you become a teenager, 4 millions, and then adults, 10 millions, and so on. So the number of cells increases when you grow up. Now, guys, what about the size? Do you think this is the challenging one, a challenging question? Do you guess that the size of the cell increases by growing, okay, or by aging? Huh? واحد يقول yes, my mommy is fat, so the cell is bigger in size. No, this is incorrect. This is incorrect. This is a common mistake. During the growth, the cells don't increase in size. Same size, same size, same size. Whatever your baby, the same like child, teenager, adult, elderly, the same size. So which one it changes? The number. The number increases. However, the size is the same, is constant, doesn't change. Okay? So if I ask you to answer that question, increasing the size of cell causes the growth of living organism? Size? No, 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 no. Size doesn't increase. This is false, teacher. As the cell of living organism contains a cell wall, all cells, contain cell wall. No, 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 teacher. We notice the difference. A plant cell only has a cell wall. Okay. And see here, if one cell combine with another cell, they will form a layer, many cells. And what is this called, guys? Do you remember? Cells contain tissue. Yes, bravo. Yes. Guys, if I ask you the cell of body, what is the needs of cell body, of your body cells? Like, for example, guys, if you want to study what is the cells of your membrane or your nervous system want to carry out vital process like thinking, memorizing, and yes, all these process, mental process. Yes, of course. حد بيذاكر بيقول I want to get energy. I don't have energy. How guys all living organism or how human get energy? Yes, by eating يا teacher. Food. Yes, this is the nutrients يعني العناصر المهمة المغذية. Oxygen, of course, to breathe in. Yes, and water. So the basic need for the cell, food, oxygen, and water. This is help cell to survive, stay alive, or to live. Okay? Okay. Another question. If I ask you, how does the cell gets its need of water? Yes. Can you guess? If you enter the cell through a membrane, yes, if you put a cell in a water, can it take all the water all the time? No, teacher, it will burst. هتنفجر. So what happened? What controls this? The cell membrane. في حاجة هنا. Do you see this one? This is called the cell membrane. Cell membranes allows يسمح الwater to go outside and to keep water balance between inside والoutside. لا نعمل balance. Otherwise the cell will burst. هتنفجر. Okay, so number one, cells need nutrients and oxygen only to survive. Oxygen or nutrients, where is water? So it is false. Number two, increasing the number of cells, highlight the number or underline and circle the number. Means the formation of a new cell? Yes, it means you grow up. So this was first lesson. Okay, guys, I told you, how can I see cell? By my naked eyes or by microscope? Of course. Do you know who invented microscope? Yes. It is a scientist called Robert Hooke in 1665. Yes. He invented the microscope to see cell. Okay? Okay. So, what is the structure of microscope, guys? Yes, if you enter, you will find the black substance at the top. It's called eyepiece. Eyepiece. Then another white tube. Then you will have something revolves around. بيلف كده. This is called the lenses. Objective lenses. Okay, and you will have two buttons. First one is called coarse focus. Coarse focus. And the next one is fine focus. And what about this black one? It's called the stage. طيب اللي بحط السلايد اللي بشوفها الحية الإزاز دي الجلاس سلايد on the stage. طب how can I fix it? It will move. I will use the stage clip. And of course, this is the arm of microscope. And how can see? Where is the light? This is a mirror which can reflect the light through a hole here. There is a hole فتحة in this stage. And of course, this is a base. Okay, I can repeat it again, and I can tell you these words again, and you can repeat after me. Eyepiece. Objective lenses, coarse focus, fine focus, arm, stage clip, mirror, and base. Okay? Good job, everyone. Okay, so guys, if I want, طب يبقى what is the main function of microscope? function دايما في الساينس يعني وظيفة. it is اللينسز دي عندها ايه؟ قدرة انها تكبر focusing power، عندها قدرة تكبير، تكبر magnify the cell so you can see the components. if I want to see the cell here in the onion, in this onion, how can I see it? Can I see it by naked eyes? No. So I take forceps and I take specimen, يعني part of this onion, and I will put it on a glass slide. This is called the slide. Then I put a drop of water by the dropper. Do you know the dropper? And then I cover it with cover slip or cover slip. So again, forceps, dropper, glass slide, cover slip. And then, yes, I put it and I cover it and I put it on the stage. I fix it with the stage clip. And بعمل ايه؟ I choose the suitable objective. اخترت الobjective lens المناسبة. Then I adjust the eyepiece. Okay? I adjust the eyepiece by what? Rotate. استخدمت الأول بحرك الكورس فوكس عشان اشوف العينه كويس. شفتها كويس. I want to see the fine details. الديتيلز الدقيقه. So I use the fine focus. يبقى الكورس انا بشوفها الاول بظبطها هي والايه والاوبجكتيف لينس. Then if I want to see more details I use the fine focus to see a clear image for the sample on a slide. Okay? Okay. So if you use guys low power قدرتها على الماجنيفيكيشن التكبير قليلة عدسة كده you will see size of course in small because low power. If you use high power objective lens you will see cells in a bigger size. Okay, so right, so microscope from magnified images for cell form magnified images يعني مكبرة. Yes of course. Lenses are main components in structure. Yes. رئيسية وأساسية. Yes. The lenses are main structure in the microscope. Okay guys, one information I want to focus on. in all cells عندها ايه؟ السيل ممبرين. زي كل البيوت عندها باب خشب، ده اللي هو ايه؟ السيل ممبرين. لكن كل الناس عندها باب حديد؟ No. كل الناس عندها سيل every cell has a cell membrane. Sorry, a cell wall. No. البلانت cell only اللي عندها cell wall. الانيمال cell doesn't have cell wall. لكن كلهم عندهم سيل ممبرين. البلانت والانيمال عندهم باب خشب اللي هو السيل ممبرين. البلانت هي اللي عندها تو سيل وول وسيل ممبرين. Okay, this is an important information. So guys, we finished the first two lessons and I think it was easy. Thank you for watching and see you next time inshallah and the lesson 3. If you like this video, you can subscribe the channel. Bye bye.